Tonight, our guest host is Nicole Sanzio from InDigi Music Company. She's going to accompany us on stage. We've got RORA Wilde performing live, and we've got FAIRHAZEL performing live. I think it's FAIRHAZEL, but I accepted that. Anyway, this is Hot Tub Johnny. Take it away.
How about them Cowboys?
Right. We're coming back with Hunnypot Live with Nicole Sanzio.
That's
yeah,
right.
we are. Hell yeah.
Hey, yeah.
That's right.
In a pinch.
Back in the hot tub.
I'm in there.
6 years, right?
With second time. That's right. That's right.
Oh, it was your 10th anniversary? No, your
20th.
Ooh, 20.
20th anniversary. Okay.
Something like that.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
something like
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Halloween. It was at your Halloween party.
Wow.
That's my favorite holiday. We're talking, we're close to that now,
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
Have you got your costume picked out yet?
Just me.
That's right.
Scary.
My split
I'm
personality.
not dressing up. So Nicole is the owner of a company called InDigi Music. She does, works with a lot of different artists and writers and producers, and does placement for the film and TV advertising world.
Yes.
She's done a lot of it, sort of side, consultation and executive producing and all that sort of stuff as well.
Exactly.
New York based,
Woo, woo.
and happy to have her back in Los Angeles. On
Yeah.
our show, so,
Welcome back.
Nicole.
And thank you for having
Awesome.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to El Boogie.
What
Our
do?
DJ,
All
DJ
right.
back for the
What
night. We
do,
haven't
what
even
do,
said
what
hello
do?
to El Boogie at all. I got
Hey,
caught
El
up
Boogie.
in
How
my
y'all- how
what's
y'all
going
doing?
on over on this side.
Yeah. I'm chilling.
Forgot the man who keeps the hot tub temperature at the perfect 100.
Yeah, we're warm today. A little warm. A little warm.
I'll take a
Level.
little more bubble over here,
Bubble, bubble.
please.
Jet number 3, a little more juice.
It's coming
on jet
on.
number
That's
3.
nice.
So, are you originally from New York? Are you a New Yorker, born and bred?
I was actually born out here.
What?
In,
What? Cali proud, West Side?
Glendora. Glendora, Azusa, you know that area? Yeah.
I've heard of it. You
In
know.
the desert.
Over by
That's further,
Pasadena somewhere.
that's further northeast
Yeah.
of where we are right now.
Yeah. And then,
About 30 miles, 40 miles
Yes,
northeast.
yep,
Is it?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I was adopted by a family that lived in Staten Island, New York.
Wow. All right. So you made that transition
Yeah.
then, you know.
That's how I wound up over
and,
there.
and how old were you at that point?
3.5 years old.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like being sent to Staten Island is punishment.
Actually, I mean, it was the best blessing for me. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that
of
much.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we migrated to New Jersey shortly after, and I've been in Jersey ever since.
Newark.
All over the place.
Jeff Gray's New Jersey boy,
Jersey.
you know.
Yes.
El Boogie spent some time in
Newark.
New Jersey.
That's right.
You know.
For the bricks.
Where? Oh, Brick City, man.
Absolutely.
Whoa, we
Home
do a
of
lot of
Redman and
stuff
with
there.
Houston. Absolutely.
We have Brick City Jam going on there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brick City
I
Jam.
need to go over there. I need some Redman in my
Come
life.
back, come back.
I
You
will.
still, are you still attending? Are you programming or co-programming Brick City Jam right now?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
I grew up in the
those are my
suburbs.
people.
Yeah. Who's
Wait,
playing?
like Westfield?
No, not that bad.
I love it. I love the inside town talk of Jersey. You know, it's right over my head.
The
so it's
201
super fun.
732
Yeah.
I was
201,
908.
973.
I started. Well, no, I never went there. I started as 201, then it was 908, then it was something else.
Fascinating,
Nine-
right? The
no,
best
maybe it
podcast
was
you've ever
973.
experienced live right now. Yeah. 212, bitches. Come on.
Don't. why would you ask me that, knowing how stoned I am? Like I'm embarrassed that I
We're
did
juiced.
that.
We're juiced for the hot
This is
tub
about
experience.
Nicole.
It is definitely about Nicole. You know.
No, actually, I'm doing a little bit different this time. I'm going to be interviewing you guys.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, she's turning the tables. You know that's good. You know, stretch
Has
it out.
anyone ever done that? Like, have you been interviewed?
No. Nobody wants to know
on
anything
occasion,
about
someone
me.
will ask a
What?
question.
No.
You know. What was it? Was there a moment where you were like really, like the music? I want to work in the music industry. Bug sort of hit you. Was there kind of a lightning strike of?
You know what? It was always. And then I mean,
You just knew you wanted to be in
I
the
just
music
knew,
business.
I
you
knew.
know?
And
But not playing, not
No,
on
no.
stage or writing or anything like that. But
even though I was writing piano music,
oh, you were.
which
So
is
you-
actually why I'm out here this trip, because I just recorded my last song for my own album.
What?
All right.
That's a big drop right there. I had no idea.
Yeah, we just finished it yesterday, actually, and Philip Lewis, who is touring with Doja Cat right now,
Doja Cat.
he engineered it and recorded
Wow,
it.
nice,
so.
nice. So all the time you spent in the industry, you did it just so you can actually release your own album.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Here I am.
I love it.
What
I
a
love
long
it.
con
Exactly.
it's been.
Almost over the hill.
Never, never
What
over
kind of
the hill.
album is this? This is piano concerto.
This is solo piano, like it's a neoclassical.
Pro
That's what
playing.
they're saying.
Is there keyboards too, or just pianos?
It's piano.
Okay.
Only, yeah.
It's not. So it's not futuristic, crazy
No,
shit.
no.
All right.
Not until we remix it.
There you go.
Put it to a dance beat,
Yeah.
you know.
I want to be on it.
Next popcorn.
When you put it on those collab websites,
Yeah, right.
do something with
Put
it.
it in Splice so people could splice it up and sample it too.
We're talking about it because we're not sharing it tonight. We're not playing any of it. You know? So you know,
Exactly.
you have to special search out Nicole's
Yes.
album. Is there a release date, or
No,
is it?
no.
Will
no?
there be vinyl?
Is it going? Is it on? Will it be Spotify?
Yeah, of
All
course.
right, yeah. So it's all digital. So basically,
Yeah.
it's a digital.
Did you
Yeah.
do an analog mix, or will you be vinyling it?
I don't know yet. We
Man,
I mean,
records,
that stuff
records
sounds
are
good on
expensive.
vinyl.
It's expensive.
might.
Vanity.
Finish the song.
You got
know,
$8,000
I
lying
think the better
Yeah.
question is, are you going to tour? You
Yeah,
know,
oh,
that's
no,
you know,
no.
that touring commitment comes
No.
before like vinyl, right? These
Right.
days,
Will you
know?
be bringing the grand piano on tour?
No, and if I did, I mean, it's put yourself to sleep or people to sleep kind of music. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
that's not a good live show.
Yeah, I get it.
You do
I
it
get
at 4 p.m.
Challenge. You're challenging.
4 p.m. coffee time.
Yeah, it's a
Nap
you
time.
serve tea and they get blankets.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I always in answer to your short question, long answer. Yeah, I've always been interested in music, but more. It just kind of happened that I was more so interested in the music business
yeah,
as opposed to music.
yeah, yeah. What was your first sort of entree into like, all right, I'm getting paid to be on this side of the coin?
When I was temping at EMI Music Publishing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they started like floating me around from
Yeah.
department to department, from royalties to licensing to whatever. I read every piece of paper that came through my hand,
Of course,
and I
of
was
course.
like,
That's the little
was like,
secret. Is like if
yeah.
you get into the accounting,
yeah,
the paperwork side
Yes.
of the business,
yes.
you can make a lot of friends and move into the creative side,
Yes.
a
Yeah.
little easier.
But I didn't know
sometimes.
that. I just, I was like, oh, I got like an internship at a music company. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's all that mattered.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And
know
I'm in the royalty department.
Yeah,
Wow.
Like, oh my God, Rod Stewart royalties. Whoa.
Yeah, of course. To see all the numbers. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. John Barry.
Still riding the downtown train for all this money?
And then they eventually offered you all
So
right.
I started
we're
floating
gonna,
around,
We're gonna pay you.
and they were starting to pay me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then they,
In cutouts.
in cutouts, yeah. Oh my God, so many memories back then. So yeah, after that, I took a detour. I kind of got out of music because I was interning there for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Interning and then floating around, and then I just started. I came back eventually, and I took a temporary gig at VH1 for like 4 months, and it turned into something more permanent. And then I got promoted, went over to MTV. That's when I met Jeff.
Oh.
MTV days.
Yeah, yeah.
I worked for MTV once.
Yeah, he did.
Just once.
Same
It was like
department.
one,
Were you,
one day.
What department were you in, Jeff Gray?
Legal. It's like music and media clearance.
Music and media licensing.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
That's the world you were coming up in.
M-
Hey, we're
ML.
licensing buddies.
MML.
When MTV was trying to figure out how do we differentiate between music department and legal department, and we built the music supervision department.
Yeah.
They didn't exist
That was
before.
after me.
It didn't exist before me.
Then it was CMI. Like it became
yes.
CMI.
Then
after
it was
me.
another entity, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
You
It
took
was,
licensing away from legal.
Yeah.
They did.
And
They never.
saved
They
them a
never.
lot of
They
money.
never actually did that, but the discussion was
Voila.
we built that department. We helped build that department with
Yeah, yeah.
you know with Jonathan Palmer back
Yeah.
then.
Joe
Okay.
Quayle.
Joe was the
Yeah.
appointed, but we didn't have any supervisors, so
Yeah.
we hired Jonathan. My bug colleagues. This is about Nicole.
Come on, well, that's a shared time. You know, you guys
It
did
is,
that. You did
but-
that together.
But you didn't like me for some reason.
He doesn't like
Everyone,
anyone. you know?
everyone
like
thinks I
anybody.
don't like. Everyone thinks I don't like them, but that's very debatable. I'm just not conventional, so I don't
Yeah.
express myself.
Gruff but lovable. Is that how it?
It's not even that. I don't know. It's just autism. It's just
the spectrum. You got to ride the spectrum just right.
Right.
You know.
and I
know,
don't.
Edibles. Get your edibles
Yeah.
in line.
We're saying things and we don't have any intention of being offensive, but it's offensive.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
But he came
It's
around.
just what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eventually, one day after one of your rap parties at the Film and TV Music.
Yeah.
The supervisor.
Billboard
Yeah.
ones.
Billboard
Yeah.
Hollywood Reporter Film and TV Music Conference Party.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
yeah.
so long. I always.
What did we work on that I didn't like you? Because we weren't in the same. You were in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did we cross paths? That
I think it was. I know. It's just like every time I passed your desk, I'm like, and yeah, you never like none. Not
you know.
even a
Oh
smirk
well, that
back,
was
you know,
that
nothing.
was a stressful desk.
Did you ever smoke cigarettes? Did you ever
No.
smoke a cigarette at the night?
Well,
there?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we didn't meet smoking. Surprisingly.
Yeah, because that's a good
I'll
get
just
to
let
know
you know.
Jeff
It's not
smoking
that
section,
difficult,
so.
but from that desk, I also pissed off Gene Simmons. So
I
literally
believe that.
in that
All right.
space.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not personal.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, yeah, we smooth
We've been
things
getting
over.
along great tonight.
Yes.
I gotta tell you.
I love you, Jeff.
I love you too, and I always have. So.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect. I know. See.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you do a lot of music clearance on a lot of like cool stuff, and
Yeah.
and an ancillary part of that knowledge of music and media licensing. We do like a lot of clip licensing
Yeah.
and photographs and stuff, which are ancillary to the music that's involved. So.
Right. Yeah. So right now I'm working on a Bobby Brown documentary for A&E
Yeah.
and doing all the clip. I'm clip supervisor. But it's a
That's
beast
some-
of a project.
That
I'll
is.
tell
I
you
was
that.
gonna say that is some deep clearance work
Yeah.
right there. If you're doing
Yeah.
audio and visuals
New
and
edition.
all that, you know.
Bobby Brown.
Every request, is there drug use?
Yeah.
Does the scene depict drug use?
Yeah.
The thing about it, people who don't like him are gonna watch it, and people who love him are gonna watch it. So they'll
Yeah.
get their ratings.
Yeah. Well, you've done a ton of licensing and a ton of
Yeah.
placement work. You know, you've done NCIS and Batgirl and Better Things.
Respect.
Fast and Furious, Respect the Brand. I just saw it a week ago.
Yeah.
Check out the Aretha Franklin
Yes.
biopic.
Very good.
Jennifer Hudson. It's
Awesome.
it's awesome. you know.
Yeah, and one like a little tiny story about that is we had the opening song or track. I say track because it was an instrumental, and it was a jazz track called Jersey Shuffle by Philip Lewis. And Philip Lewis is the one who recorded my song yesterday.
Wow.
And he is the one that is touring with Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. Doja Cat.
Nice.
Doja
Wow.
Cat.
Full
So,
circle.
yes,
You know,
it
perfect
totally
universe
has come
moments.
full circle, yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. And again, that's a song that we're not going to share tonight.
No.
but that's also a segue to what we are going to share tonight.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
Nicole has put together a little curated listening session for us all. You know,
Yeah.
30 minutes of
Yes.
get to know Nicole Sanzio playlist, which I got to tell you,
It's all solo piano
I
works.
can identify with. You know,
Yeah.
I looked at it. I saw it. I like it.
a boogie's in as well. You know?
Yeah.
So,
I'm
do you
glad.
want to tell everyone how you approached your share this trip?
Yeah. So this one really it's a part of I guess the soundtrack of my life.
Yeah.
And it might just be as simple as it was my favorite song back then.
Yeah, at a moment in time
yeah.
that this meant a lot to me.
Yes.
You know.
And then there is something we have Black Rob's Woe on there because he was a good friend of mine.
Rest in peace.
And
Yeah.
yes, rest in peace. And yeah, so I don't want to get emotional up here, but
I understand.
yeah. So
Yeah,
and we met at the one of the award shows, the VMAs in
Yeah.
Miami.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Look
So-
at you traveling for those. I went to like one here at Universal once.
Oh yeah,
New York to Miami is like $40, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah. I mean, I only
You don't
traveled
like
because I had
luggage.
to. I was working on the show.
I know. I didn't
True.
work. I didn't work.
I
on
wouldn't
those.
go there
She
otherwise.
got paid. She got paid to make that trip. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Nicole
Welcome back.
Hunnypot
Sanzio,
live.
right there, guest DJ set.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
That felt good.
Oh, good.
I
I'm
tell
glad
you, we
enjoyed
were,
it.
I was inspired when we saw Jay Gal's band closing out your set there. You know,
Thank you.
we listened to a lot of Jay Gal's band this afternoon.
John was
you
inspired
know.
when he saw Jay Giles
I
in
love him. I
1982.
love him. You know, yeah, I've been a long time super fan. Jay Gal's and Dr. Hook. You know, some
Excellent.
bands I can't shake. So,
Yeah.
all right, do you want to take us back to what we listened to there?
Yeah, sure. I mean, so like I said, most of these are just like some of my favorites and, part of the soundtrack of my life.
Yes.
There's so many decades now, so
Mhm.
it's not just last week or last
Of course.
year.
Well, you started with Dexy Midnight Runners. That's
Yeah.
that is you can be a new wave UK sort of baby because that's your era.
Yeah.
That moment of like, all right, there's some great singles coming out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then, Biggie, Hypnotize.
New York proud right there,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Brooklyn, stand up.
just
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, Easy Mo B is a friend of mine too, so he's produced a lot of Biggie stuff and Tupac, and I grew up on hip hop, so that's
Yeah.
that's how I started. Even the licensing, even starting my company, it all began with hip hop, and it was really hard to clear hip hop
Well,
back then.
that's why you
So,
shined because
yeah.
you were brave enough to take on the I'm going to clear that entire
Yeah.
song.
Rest in peace, Fran.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, well,
But,
15 writers and all those
Little
publishers.
bad boy
and,
humor.
yeah.
A sample into publishing, super complicated licensing
Yes.
sort of tracks. But,
Yeah.
Damn,
So-
Puffy.
you have achieved, you know. That's it. We're gonna blame it on Puffy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on a Diddy project too right now.
Oh, so it's you're
trying
in
to
it,
clear
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Bobby Brown.
Is it
you
where
know.
he's on camera just yelling at people getting into the business?
No.
Okay.
This is totally separate from the Bobby Brown thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's they're doing something different, and I'm looking forward to being able to share it one day.
Oh
but,
yeah, of
but
course,
yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, so we go into Say So, which is one of my favorite songs right now.
Doja Cat.
Doja?
Doja Cat, Doja Cat.
That's ear candy. That's just like, you can't get enough.
Yeah. Oh my God, is she just killing it or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Crushing
All
it.
this because she posted that cow video.
Moo.
Yeah.
That's where that was
Moo.
the beginning
All
for
of
us.
this
you
because
know.
of that.
we found Moo.
She
and
couldn't
have
get
been
traction
Super freaks.
being serious and did that, and then people took
Yeah,
notice. It's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I like that Sweetie and Doja Cat, that best friend right there. That's my
Yeah, you're
that's
my
my
best
guilty
friend.
pleasure right
Yeah.
now. That's my joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
I don't know. She's becoming like the Foo Fighters. She just turns out hits.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She does.
I'm happy for her. Run DMC. I mean, that was my first hip hop album.
The beginning, right there.
Yes,
the
that was
first
the beginning.
record.
Is that
Yes.
Raising Hell?
Yes. Yep.
There you go. That's that classic.
Yeah.
Timely.
classic.
That was the birth right there. The first to go number one.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Oh, and then the other album I had along with that was Tony Basil
Mickey?
Yeah.
Mickey Basil.
Oh, Mickey.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought.
Oh yeah, Tony Basil doing Mickey.
Hey, she's a real, true hip hop dancer. Shout out
Yeah,
to Tony
choreographer.
Basil. She is really
She
a
started as a
real
choreographer.
locker.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
She was a popular choreographer even before that. She's an actress.
She's still doing it. She's still
She
doing
was an
that.
Easy Rider,
Wow,
right?
I
That's
had no
her,
idea.
an Easy Rider.
She's
She
the
was-
only
yes,
female in the dance crew, the Lockers.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Man.
Wow. I totally just purposely said shoot to not say shit.
Motherfucker.
I was on Fairfax getting a pizza super late night at Damiano's Mr. Pizza, and Tony Basil was there.
Yeah.
And she was trying to pay for her pizza, and they were like, she didn't have an ID, and she was trying to use her credit
way.
card. And they were like fucking with her, and she's like, I'm Tony Basil. And I'm like, of course she is. Come on, just give her the fucking pizza, you know?
Wow.
You
Oh
can
my
always
God.
catch her at the Choreographer's Carnival, which is
Oh,
once
yeah,
every
she's
month.
active for sure.
Very active.
Yeah.
All right,
Did she
what
get the
next? What's
pizza?
next? She got it. She
All
got
right.
it. Yeah, I vouched for her. That's Tony.
Yeah, so the next one was Whoa, like I mentioned before.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
And then OPP, I mean, Naughty by Nature, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
really? Are they New Jersey?
That's a song that I haven't
They're
heard
from
in
East
like 3
Orange,
minutes.
New
Oh,
Jersey.
glad.
Okay. Flashback.
And then Just a Friend, I mean, that's just, just an anthem that I grew up on. And rest in
Biz.
peace,
Yeah,
man.
that's right. Biz Markie.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Always,
anybody see
shout
the
out to
verses
Always
last
Sunny in
night?
Philadelphia
I
for
remember the
giving that
first time
second
hearing that
life.
track, and it was just like such a, it's like,
Yeah.
this is terrible but great all at the same time. You're like,
Did anybody see
Still-
the
it's
verses?
still
I used to
terrible and
see
awesome.
I used to see Biz all the time at MTV when he did
Oh, yeah.
Gabba Gabba Hey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he'd come in and do the music all the time and see him in the parking lot.
Yep.
Big Daddy Kane gave Biz Markie a real big shout out and
Last
some
night?
love last night
Oh, versus.
during the verses.
Yeah.
KRS One
nice.
and
Big Daddy,
Big Daddy
Kane,
Kane.
versus KRS-One.
Yeah.
wow,
yeah.
wow.
Took you back to the school.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but
The KRS-One won?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is there, they're both winners.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
winners,
Yeah.
That's what I heard, though.
They're in the ring.
I don't know why these very talented older musicians are entering these Battle of the Bands contests.
Well, it's just a play your
I mean,
records,
they're
play your
getting paid.
records,
They're getting
talk,
paid and they're
talk.
entertaining. But boy, it's a Battle of the Bands.
Big deal.
When the rule of
It's
the Battle of the
big,
Bands
though.
is
People
that
listen.
even once you enter one, you're already lost.
Not in hip-hop.
No, yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Not in
Just
hip-hop.
all they gotta do is measure their record sales and shut the fuck up.
Not in hip hop.
Not in hip hop.
Well,
You gotta find out how many gunshots you got.
sure
You know what I'm
after
saying?
last
How many
night-
guns you got? How many shots
And
you been shot?
I'm
you
sure
know?
after last night, their streaming
Oh
revenue
yeah,
went up.
it's going big. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Centerfold, man, that's just
There we are. Jay House Band.
childhood. My childhood. Even back then, that's kind of risque,
1980, Love
Yeah.
Stinks single came out.
Yeah.
I've been a fan ever since, and I went backwards and found all the,
wow, yeah.
first I Look in the Purse and House Party classics, and then this album
Yeah.
came. What was that?
Freeze frame.
Freeze
Oh,
Frame.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And Flamethrower is a jam. You
Rage
mentioned
in the Cage, I said.
No, you said Flamethrower, right?
No, you did probably. Rage in the Cage was like a B-side to.
Is that your favorite?
I think it was the
track
B.
off the album?
No, it's
Is
just
that
I
the-
remember it as a kid
All right.
because it was on the
Yeah.
45. It was a
Yeah.
B-side to
Yeah.
to one of the singles.
MTV.
MTV.
Full
MTV.
circle.
Rest in
Exactly.
peace, MTV.
Truly.
Or rest in
And,
peace,
and
music
videos,
on MTV.
videos aren't as meaningful as they used to
Yeah.
be. So, the whole format for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
was a fantastic
Awesome.
set for
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you.
know.
Yeah.
And I know you've been in Los Angeles saying hello to a lot of friends, and
Yes.
for the last 2
Making
weeks.
the rounds,
For
making the
2 weeks,
rounds.
3 weeks. How
Yes.
long? Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I was in the Bay Area before that for 6 days.
Yeah.
Learning how to assistant edit. That's,
Wow. Wow. That's a good study, and get that certificate. That opens up in a whole new world.
It's, yeah.
Music
That's
editor
my-
/ music supervisor.
my
That's
seg-
meaningful for a lot of people.
No, well, I do not want to be a music supervisor. I'll tell you that much. I did
All right,
it,
all right.
and I don't want to do it
We're leaving.
again.
We're leaving it on the table.
Does anybody here want to be a music supervisor?
You made it? No?
Want to be?
I mean, you
well.
are, but do you
I
want to
have
do
been.
more
We're
of
just,
it?
he's
I
just
don't
chasing.
care.
He's just chasing the dollars. We're just all chasing the
Yeah,
dollars.
if someone
these days.
pays for it, I'll do it.
Side
Okay.
hustle. Well, he's in.
Yeah.
You want great music? I want money.
So you're leaving. You're actually returning to New York tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, 2 p.m.
Last night in town.
Last night. And I'm
Gals, guys,
There are
fellas. last
nobody
night in town.
better
Here
than
she
to
is.
spend it with you guys. Nobody
Were you?
better
Were
to
you? Have
spend
you
it.
been at a hotel the whole time, or you been with friends,
Airbnb.
family? Oh yeah.
Oh
you
my
got the
God!
place.
Shout out to my Airbnb roomies.
All
Oh,
right.
what's up? What's up? What's up?
Nice.
Are they from Brick City?
No. There's Chicago and LA.
Shout out to the Chicago Sky. Shout out to the Chicago Sky. My original CP3. They won the title the other day, so shout out to Chicago.
All right.
Oh, man.
Candace Parker.
All right.
Candace Parker, big time. She is still a spark.
I heard the Dodgers played. You're right. All right, we're not gonna go.
There
there.
was a game
We're not getting into that. So thank you,
Yeah.
Nicole,
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
coming out and
thank you,
doing what
thank
you
you.
do. You know.
Yeah.